got some updates for y'all. So on a recent video that I uploaded, I talked about an end of an era, or I guess an end of a version of my Mark IV GTI. And I told you the reason for that was the timing belt blew. This is interface motor, which means piston and valves most likely kissed. I haven't pulled the motor apart yet because I knew I was just gonna go ahead and source a different motor. So with that being said, I got this cylinder head, which came off a 2003, or excuse me, maybe 2002? Yeah, 2002 337 a Volkswagen GTI. So, as you can tell, it looks pretty good. Even the valve cover looks fairly new, like it was recently replaced. And also, what I can tell is it was rebuilt at some point. At what point, I have no idea. But for the most part, there's not too much scoring. I guess there's a little bit of score right there, a little bit of score right there. But at the end of the day, this does not matter. The only thing I'll probably keep will be, well, honestly, just the cylinder head itself. Everything else in terms of the valve, probably the cams, will be replaced. So in terms of, is this a AWP head? Is this a AWW? I guess it really doesn't matter. It's gonna bolt up the same. This will get poured and polished. A little bit of porting, a bit of polishing, you know? And that's that. So this is gonna go ahead and, so I will start to disassemble this at some point, removing the caps, removing the cams, dropping the valves, because I don't plan on using any of that stuff other than the caps. You know what I mean? That's like a no-brainer. I'm gonna keep that stuff. But once I take it all apart, I will send it to a machine shop, and I will, you know, let you guys know the specs I end up going with. And in my parts shed, I have a block. There's a little bit of rusting just because it's been in here, but it's been covered by this bag. There's really no water in here. There's a little bit of oil in there, but that's fine. It's really just surface. Probably wipe it off. Some came off already. But yeah, this is gonna be taken to the machine shop once I pull it apart. I need to get an engine stand, but there are a few other things that are happening in my life that may stop that from happening immediately. But this is the block that I will be using. That way I get everything done. And when it's all done, I could just pull the motor that's out of my car right now and swap it in. And that's kind of the hope. I don't want to have just parts laying around. I want to just have everything ready to go. Swap the good old twist. You know what I mean?
Grab his dick and twist it!
Oh my god, dude, this is an MMA fight, dude. It's
You
too much.
twist that dick!
Twist his dick!
Twist his dick!
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Oh, dick twist!
So as of right now, that's all the updates I have for you guys. I thought I'd give you at least something so you know that the Mark IV will return at some point. I'm not gonna give up on this. It's all a process. It takes time. I got a life. I got stuff I got to figure out. So my life doesn't necessarily revolve around the car, although I'd love for it to. I have other, things that are a little bit more important at the time. But stay patient, and I will continue to post videos on updates as I start to tear down the motor, or the short block and cylinder head that I have at the moment. I'll post videos of that process, to me taking it to the cylinder shop, machine shop, and the specs that I end up going with for the motor. I guess on one more note, if you guys have any suggestions in terms of the build, or in terms of like the part list for the motor that I'll end up going with, suggestions in terms of my power goals, 400 to 500, maybe 520 or so, your guys' experiences, what you guys have learned from working on these cars, any suggestions are great. Drop them down in the comments. If you think the car is going to blow up at 500, put it down in the comments. If you think I should just sell this fucking thing, put it down in the comments. If you think if you guys are just excited about the whole build process, put it down in the comments. That stuff really helps with the algorithm. And obviously, I'd love for the channel to be able to grow. That way I get money from it so I could put it in the car. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm going to be pocketing it. It's going to be, oh shit, I got more money. Well, guess what? It's going to get more updates. And I want this car to have, well, her name is Tiana. I don't think I've ever introduced you to guy, or like introduced the name Tiana. I want Tiana to have a friend. So yeah, subscribe, please. That'll help the process. Almost there. We're at a little over I think we're almost at 240 subscribers, which is awesome. Thanks for all you guys. You guys are awesome. But yeah, till next time, see ya.